really consider this quite a blessing to be here, more than I can really convey. I have been talking to my Jiva Ma, who's been another blessing. And this center, I've never been so afraid in my life. I'm afraid
what?
The unbearable. You know when you talk about that unbearable?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what crust is there, but I'm like, really, it's coming out incrementally, but it's really, I've never been so scared in my life. Sometimes I just crawl up, and I guess all the things that have happened in the past and all the things that I let this mental chatter go on, but how can I really live with it? Sort of like accept it as part of my whole being and sort of still function, because my mind gets strayed often, and I'm worried about it. I've never been so scared in my life.
When you say never, you mean since being here, or when?
It's been the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty much since the beginning of the year. It's been slowly building, but it's really been accelerating the last couple of months. Mm-hmm. Genuine fear, like shivering fear.
But without an object of fear.
No object
right?
of fear.
Okay, so that means the object is repressed. And the object is actually the subject, okay? What you're afraid of is your own shadow. That you will find out something that is unbearable to know.
Absolutely.
And to feel,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And the odds are, what that is that you will feel unlovable when you uncover this.
Of course.
That's all it is.
Of course.
It's the fear of being unlovable because you weren't loved. And you just told me you didn't have a father.
No.
Well, that creates a sense of a lack of manhood and a fear of being a failure as a man.
Absolutely.
Right? So it is that fear that is constantly threatening to erupt, right? And you're afraid that it will, and then you won't be able to function. You'll be a failure.
Absolutely.
You'll be ridiculous. Everyone will laugh at you and abandon you,
Yep.
kick you out, and
The whole thing.
shame you forever.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
It's a lovely fantasy.
Isn't it though? Isn't it though? We can more elaborate. I'll go along with you. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
But it's there, right? I'm not making it up.
No,
You're making it up.
Yeah, you certainly aren't making it up. It's
Okay.
exactly that.
But you are making it up. That's what you have to get.
You've been telling me that a lot in a lot of your advice.
Why do you want to believe a delusion like that?
Do you have any advice? How you've given me some great advice online. I've asked you questions.
The truth is this: there is only God. You cannot be other than God. There's no alternative to that, okay? No matter what your ego did, you could have been a serial killer. I don't care. You are still God, okay? Nothing that you might have done in this life or any other has any relevance to who you are. You simply have to drop all concern with it because it's false. It's a fictional story. You were never born. So it's not true that you never had a father, because God the Father is always with you, in you, and is your real essential self. That's all you must remember. And then dissolve this fantasy. Don't be afraid of it. It's like being afraid of ghosts or something. Yeah, there are ghosts, but they're not fearful. You don't have to be afraid of this. It's a fantasy, it's a delusion, it's a story that you have treasured because you feel it's the core of your identity.
Yes.
So you have a love-hate relationship to it. So to have this passion for that story, disinterest in it, completely not caring who you are to the other, because who you really are to the other, you have no clue, because you don't know really who you are to yourself, right?
That's true.
You're in the unknown.
Jesus says that often. That's
Okay,
true.
so there is nothing for you to fear but to be open to the discovery of the real. That's what you should be, in a state of curiosity and a state of realization that the very fact that you are alive and you got here is a sign that the grace of God the Father
Absolutely.
is with you.
Absolutely.
All right then, you have no reason to have any doubts or any fears.
One last thing. That's so. It's this stubbornness. It's called testadura
It
in
is
Italian.
that. Yes, I agree.
You have taught me, and I mean, I've never seen such things, and I know what you mean. But do you have any advice at all how, after you're telling me this, and I'm before you, and it's not just, it's vibrational with you, how do I really get that to sink in? I mean, to see
Let
it
me
as-
ask you this question. Do you believe me?
Yes, 100%.
100%?
Well, I believe you. I believe you. I don't know what I don't trust myself.
Well, then you don't believe me, because I just said there's no reason not to trust yourself. Yourself is God. You shouldn't trust your ego, which is the untrusting part, and let go of the distrust, and then you'll be in serene joy all the time. That's the only state that's real.